Hello Virgo, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. Okay, so I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. Let's have a look what's coming in for you. So I think we're going to start here with the first house. The first house is usually everything to do with your physical body, but it's also what you're projecting at this time, what people are picking up from you when they meet you or when they see you. It's also how you are setting your path in life, what path you're heading in. You know, when you set your sails and you're sailing off in a direction, it's how you meet the world. It's also your outlook and your attitude and your sort of like your even like your opinion or your expression, you know, how you are coming across to others. But it is also very much about connecting to others and how you meet circumstances and situations in your life, what sort of course you are setting for yourself. So now we've got at the bottom Mercury retrograde, and then at the top we've got Butterfly Maiden. So the Mercury retrograde is kind of a holding pattern. And I feel that this is where you have been up till now, and it may continue for a little bit longer. But the Mercury retrograde is basically a time to go inward. All right, it's not a time to be launching big actions or making huge purchases and things like that. So you may be in this currently, where you are just sitting it out. It's a time to go within, to assess things, to feel things out, to go over things again. And this could be contract and document related, or it could be assessing what it is you want to do, which direction you want to go in, how you want to project yourself forward, because there's some kind of refinement or back to the drawing board energy with this Mercury retrograde. So what it's saying is that you need to go back. If you've had a plan, or if you were busy with something, or you had something in mind, you need to go back and assess it again, because there will be aspects of it that you can hugely improve on, and you will come up with something better once this phase has finished. It's got everything to do with the re in front of it, so reinvention, review, redo, relocate, anything to do with even repeat in some cases. Okay, so it means you've got to go over something with a fine-tooth comb, look at your plan again, or look at what is unfolding, and just make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Because sometimes with Mercury retrograde, communication, whether it's written, verbal, or even body language, can go awry. In other words, it can be misinterpreted. Emails get sort of mislaid, or they don't go where they're supposed to, or people pick up from you the wrong interpretation of what it is you're trying to get across. Okay, so this is be very careful and clear that what you're saying is in fact exactly what you mean, and take time to make sure that everything is checked, all the details are checked again. But I feel it is also just about the direction that you want to go in at this time. You've been in a kind of a holding pattern. And it's also saying that some situations and people from the past may be coming back as well. They sort of revisit, into your life at a specific time. Sometimes it's to deliver a message, or to give you closure on something, or to give you valuable information. So they just pop back, and you might just not even meet them necessarily. You may just see something, or a situation comes back to you and it delivers something important and worthwhile. So all of that is important, but it's basically a review period. Make sure that all the details are taken care of. If you're not seeing things, then make sure somebody else looks over it again. So think things through, and make sure that what you go within. It's important to go within, because you're going to find answers when you do that. All right, and just wait for the wheels to turn, and then you will know what you have to do. With this sort of self-analysis and examination and going through things again, and it's kind of an awakening as well, because we've got transformation coming in. So Butterfly Maiden, you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Okay, so it's this kind of washing machine effect, or it's the chrysalis effect, where you are kind of gestating and going through various phases and things. And on the other side of that will be, when your transformation is complete. But it's that process that you go through. It's a very necessary process. If you stop it or interrupt it, or try to push things, then it takes longer, or it doesn't work properly. So what this is saying is that this is a very necessary pause that you've been in. and it's kind of a gestation period. But on the other side of this is something much better for you, okay? But don't fear these changes. Don't fear this transformative process. It's very necessary. It's very important. And it's part of your growth, you know. It's going to set your, you know, what you're expressing, your direction. It's going to set, you know, your image in some cases, depending on what it is you're doing in your life. But it's your life philosophy. It's going to determine a lot for you going forward. So it's just like a gestation period, but it's for you to get your ducks in a row, but to look at things very carefully, go within. There's a lot of sifting and sorting that is required, and also to let go of stuff, and to also to line yourself up so that you are ready when the time comes. So going with that, we've got Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So what this is saying, that this is about meditation. This is about connecting to yourself and also to your spirit team. You can create a sort of a place in your home or in your garden where you go just to sit and commune, okay, with nature and with divinity. But you can also do it through sacred symbols. You may be working with symbols of some sort. You know, there's many different types of holy symbols and also sacred symbols. Connect with those. It may be important for you going forward from a spiritual perspective. It's also to connect with power places. Now, this can be places in nature, places that are known to be powerful, or just spending time in places which are known also to be, you know, architecturally powerful, or, you know, like churches or any kind of historic place which has a lot of power attached to it. You may be visiting those, but it's to create. You pick up information when you visit these places, and you pick up information from nature, and also when you're sitting in meditation or just when you're quiet. And meditation can be even a walking meditation. You don't have to be doing, you know, sitting, saying you know, forever. You can be walking, you can be knitting, you can be doing any kind of handcraft, you can be cooking, anything that is a repetitive action, and you're in your quiet space. Then you can slip into that sacred space, and you'll get a lot of information from there. In some cases, this may be it may involve a trip or some sort of quest to a spiritual place, or a spiritual quest, like a journey which involves a spirituality of some sort. That may also come in here with this. So now, in this process, this transformative process, just have trust, okay? Have trust that things are going to work out. There's a lot of things coming in for you, but it's saying just be at peace, be serene, and do this inner work. There's a lot of inner work that is required here, okay? And just have trust that things are going to work out, all right? And that you're going to find your way, and you're going to find your direction. But this gestation and this chrysalis phase is important, okay? Now, right, so now we have with the ninth house. Ninth house is everything to do with intuition, the intuitive process. It's also the seeking of truth, and it's to do with gaining of wisdom and understanding. So following truth, understanding, wisdom, and it's the intuitive process around that. It also deals with the seeking of knowledge. Now, this can be through higher education, so university education. It can also be through adult education or some kind of coursework. So it can be learning about things. It can also be learning about philosophy, religion, or belief systems. Any one of those may come in, or just learning in general. It also deals with the law and legal things. So it's the higher courts, but it is also the law. So you may be going through a legal situation, or you could be studying the law, or it's involved somehow in your situation, okay? It's also to do with spiritual things as well. So this can be, you know, quests or adventures or explorations to do with that. It can also be like a pilgrimage, as I said, some sort of sacred journey, but it can also be to do with your own particular explorations and adventures. Now, this can be purely internal, so you may be learning or exploring new ground, or just understanding things better for yourself. You're seeking wisdom and truth, but it can also be an actual journey. It can be a long-distance journey, or even to do with foreign things. You could be going to a foreign place, or going or understanding foreign concepts. You may be interacting with people who are foreign, or just understanding foreign cultures. It can also be sort of like an adventure, a real adventure, you know, a physical adventure in that regard as well. You could be preparing for that or going on that in some way. It can also be about publishing, writing things. This can be actually writing books or writing whatever it is, or it could be coursework, whatever it is. So writing, publishing, teaching also comes in under this this house. It can also be journalism, you know, maybe that's relevant for you. But it can also be to do with a business which is import, export, or just dealing with foreign currency in some way, or customs. So you may have a website, or, you know, you sell products online, and people are coming at, you know, to make orders from foreign places, things like that. It can all be about that as well. So now we have got here solar eclipse revolution. So there is a solar eclipse coming in, so that will be at an angle, it's an harmonious angle to your sign. So this is going to bring in some kind of rearrangement or a change of direction. So I feel once you've got through this quiet going within review period, this is going to come in to shake things up. All right, so this is going to be like could be a complete change of direction for you, or it could be that you are just now suddenly realizing where it is, what direction you need to go in, and you're going to change course. Or it could come in as a bolt, you know, like a big change for you, and you get catapulted into something. Or it's a big rearrangement of some sort. But whatever it is, it's a complete turnaround from where you have been going or what you have been doing. It can affect a number of areas of your life. Because it's in the 9th house, it could be a change of environment for you, but it can also be to do with relationships or profession. So any one of those areas may come up, or it could be all of them. But usually what it's about is it comes in as, it can be quite a big change that comes in quickly, fast, a fast change, but it could also be something to do with like a realization where you just have a sort of almost like a download of what it is that needs to be done, or you know, what direction you should be going in. In some cases it can be that you've got to go in to fix, change, or create something from an existing situation. So you may have to fix it, you might have to change it, or you may have to create it or recreate it, as the case may be. But it's going to be better on the other side of this. Okay, so it's going to be, you know, this is where this review and this gestation period comes in. So if you've done the inner work and you've gone over things, checked things, then I feel that this transition will be much easier for you. All right. Otherwise, it's going to come in as a big change, and you're going to have to really, it's going to force you into the present moment. You may have been a bit away with the fairies, you know, with the transformation going on, but it's going to force you into the present moment, and there's going to be stuff to do. Then you'll go through that sort of slightly uncomfortable period until you find your feet. Involved in this is solar eclipse is self-mastery. So the whole point of this is to force you into where you actually get into the mode of self-mastery. So that is where, you know, whatever changes come in, whatever comes in for you, it's your attitude and your belief around that. So this is why it's coming into the belief house. Okay, so it's your attitude and your belief around that. And if you have a positive, welcoming perspective, okay, it may come as an abrupt change, but if you welcome it, and if you are optimistic, and if you tackle it with enthusiasm, that will help to grease the wheels of the change. But if you're fighting it or resisting it, or just trying to stay stuck or stay in a place which is no longer serving you anymore, then you're going to have, it's going to be a bit more difficult for you. Okay, so self-mastery, this is getting mastery of your emotions and your destiny and your direction in life and what it is that you're trying to do, getting control of that. Okay. With this change, or this moving around, or whatever is occurring here, or change of direction, it may stir a few things up. So it could even be, as I said, a legal situation coming in here. But Mary Magdalene, unconditional love, love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So if stuff does get stirred up, and there's a few things that kind of crop up and have to be dealt with, then make sure that you come back to this. Okay, unconditional love. as I said, you may have reactions from others to do with certain things here. You may just be encountering things or seeing things which are difficult to take in or to accept, or somebody else may be having that reaction. So it's unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And that will help to, again, with the self-mastery, it will help to move things along. Okay? Now, we have got the second house coming in here. Second house is to do with your income, how your money is coming into you, whether you're earning it or it's arriving in some other way, shape or form. It's also to do with your material world, your material things, ownership, what you possess. So this can be property, so real estate, land, everything to do with that. It can also be to do with your physical home. It can also be to do with vehicles, anything you own, your possessions, okay? All of that comes into your material things. It's also to do with your inherent talents and abilities and skills, okay? So everything to do with that. It's also to do with your self-worth, how you view yourself, and how that is related to the other factors to do with the second house. So now we have got Venus coming in here. So this can come in a number of ways. It can say that you need to love yourself. Okay, this is about self-worth. All right. So it could be that you need to lavish yourself a bit with love. And be confident about that, all right? Because that is going to affect your ability to bring in income. It's going to affect a lot of things in the second house, your security and your aspirations, your talents, your skills, all of that, okay? So with the Venus card, love yourself and love what you do to bring this income and to bring the self-worth to you. But it can also be about Venus type things, which is handcrafts and getting payment to do with that. It can be anything to do with fashion, jewelry, cosmetics, making beautiful things, small things, usually handcrafts or things to do with that. Anything that creates beauty in the world. Now, this can be through art, through sculpture. It can be through dance, through, your artistic abilities, however that comes in, or your creative abilities. It's about using those to assist you in the second house in some way, shape or form. All right. So do things. It could even be, as I said, jewelry design. There's lots of ways that this can come in. The other aspect it covers is financial money. Now, there can be a dispute over that. And it's saying that Venus will come in to help settle all of that. There may be legal things around that. But Venus is normally very about charm and beauty. So there's a lot of charm required here. You may need to charm your way through things, but it is also, I feel, tied up with this unconditional love. But it can also be to do with it settles disputes. Venus has that ability. It can also be that a windfall or some kind of Venusian monetary windfall can come in. So it could be a windfall in ideas or anything else to do with the second house, but it's normally associated with money, so that can also come in. It can also be about refinement, so refining your second house in some way, refining your artistic skills, your creative skills, or your income, refining your sources of income. It can also be to do with your material things, but also your self-worth, refinement and beauty and loving that, okay, and loving yourself. Going back to the money side, it can also be that there could be a bit of lavishing going on. Just be careful that you don't overspend with Venus. Venus loves all luxury things, also sweet things, and loves lavishing. So there's nothing wrong with lavishing yourself. Just don't go overboard or put yourself in a position which is going to create problems down the line. Okay, so still be careful. Do what you need to do and boost yourself, but also don't go overboard, because that can sometimes happen with Venus. Okay. We've also got at the top Una, easy does it. So that's reiterating this, but it's saying there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So whatever is happening for you in the second house, it's saying that you don't need to force or hurry. All right. Just go with the flow, and whatever you are nurturing in the second house, This is about nurturing. This is about whatever cause or ability or income or whatever it is in the second house, whatever you are nurturing and is close to your heart. It's important for a reason. And these things take all your attention and your time, but also nurturing. All right. And this is where the refinement comes in. You can't force or hurry these things. It takes time to unfold, and it takes patience. And she's just saying, easy does it, okay? Just come back to the perfect timing. Know that the perfect timing is happening. There's trust here as well. And she's also saying that something that you may be trying to do in the second house, it may be applicable, that it might start off as part-time initially, and then slowly it will move forward into full-time. All right, so it's just a case of staying on top of it, putting your love and your passion into what it is that you're trying to do here. And just keep working at it, keep working at it, keep working at it, keep your attention and focus on that. Love what you do, love what you're doing, and just easy does it, and it will sort itself out, okay? Now, we have got a number of other things coming in here. With the, I feel with the solar eclipse card, that is going to push a number of things into place. Now, with the, we've got a major arcana, the wheel. So it's saying delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. So I feel that this is going to, this is destiny. This is the wheel turning. It's a destiny card, so it's the turn of fate as well. So I don't know if this solar eclipse is going to enforce it to you, for you, going to bring in something, or whether this is destiny coming in and it's now going to create a whole lot of circumstances. You will have to see how it plays out for you. We're all different. But it's saying that whatever delays have been occurring, there will be a shift and things will start to move forward. So it could be quite unexpected. And it may bring in a variety of things. The universe has got you, so whatever you need or whatever is appropriate for you will start to move. And in this case, it may manifest as a new car or travel or something else that's important for you. But it's saying that the turn of the wheel is coming for you, and that's going to push a whole lot of things through. We have also got here 10 of Autumn. This is the bottom of the Fairy Tarot. It's saying here, take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. Okay, so this is a very abundant card, and this is normally associated with creating a fantastic family foundation. This is about creating wealth, family wealth, creating a tradition or a family foundation or a legacy, something like that. But it's all to do with financial and security matters, making yourself secure. So 10 of Autumn, 10 of Coins is all about that, creating this foundation for yourself, which is going to stand the test of time. That is what's got to be put into place here. All right. So this is not about rushing to spend on things and creating a whole lot of waves in that regard. You need to be thinking carefully. You need to be thinking with a cool head and in a very grounded fashion, and let that guide you. Take steps, get good advice, make sure that whatever you're doing is being handled in a good way, which is going to stand the test of time and is going to give you good return or to lay a very good strong foundation here. We also have the air element card coming in. So communication is going to be important. This is also to do with travel. If that's relative to you, and it could also be going to a sort of a mountainous area. That's going to give you perspective. As soon as you go up to a mountainous area or up high somewhere, whether it's on a plane or whatever it is, it gives you perspective. All right. So visiting high places or mountainous areas may come in, but it's also to do with science, technology, and publishing, writing things. All of that comes in with the air element. Now, this was kind of mentioned in the 9th house. Perhaps you're studying something, or you're writing something, or you are receiving communications about something. This is about receiving news. Air element is always about news or communications. So you may be receiving information, or you may be giving it out, or you may be pursuing it in some way. You could be attending lectures or giving lectures, whichever way around it is for you. It's also the manifestation card. So this is about speaking things into existence. You cast spells with your words. So make sure that your spells are positive ones. Think positive, speak positive, and then enact that, you know. A decision may need to be made here. You're going to have to weigh things up. But it is also about being very clear about what you want and what you expect now going forward. Okay, it's like a plan, a manifesto. And this is part of the manifestation, all right? But all of these aspects come in, and it can also be about having ambition and goals right now. I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. But otherwise, don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And take care, and I will see you next time.